Hey guys, I hope you're all having a good week. I am absolutely exhausted. I don't know about the rest of you, but I am definitely, I'm tired. It's been, I've been involved with my placement doing or experiencing a lot of I think I touched on it a little bit last week, outreach and yellow ribbon events and stuff. And there was actually like an opportunity for myself and the other intern to kind of get some experience at like a regional meeting. So we met with a lot of, 4 or 5 other VA medical centers in New England. So that was kind of a cool experience. So what I'm finding is that as I kind of go through this process, and I'm sure we'll touch on it towards the end of this term, but I find myself thinking a lot lately about career goals really, and professionalism. So I'm going to kind of combine the two this week and just kind of ask you guys like what you guys have been kind of processing as we have what 3.5 weeks left of this placement process, but like that's not the end for us. We move on to bigger and better things and licensure, and I mean, who knows where all of you are gonna kind of take this MSW, but I know that it's been something that's been on my mind a lot. I've been asked a lot, so I think it's kind of created some anxiety for myself a little bit, because I go from, okay, I'm getting the hang of this, and I'm really grasping the idea of becoming a clinician and working hard towards something, trying to kind of narrow in on maybe what kind of evidence-based approach I want to take, or approach in general. And I find myself, when someone asks that question, like, as I learned in this motivational interviewing training I had today, when you ask questions, it's almost like you are then creating a demand for an answer. And I feel that when people ask me questions and it's kind of uncomfortable, you don't necessarily know the answer. I mean, some of us probably know exactly what we're going to do with it when we're done. And that's awesome. But there are lost little souls, I think, in a way, like myself, that are like, well, I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do going into this program. And throughout the program, I've realized really how much you can do, how many doors open for you with your MSW, that I have just, I've kind of lost some direction. I know it's what I want to do. It's what I want to apply it to, who I want to apply it to. And maybe that answer doesn't have to be so defined as we graduate or come close to the end. But maybe some of us might have opportunities right at our placement offered to us. Others of us might not, or might not accept and want to move towards something else. So maybe our next step naturally is just a stepping stone towards more of a direction for us that don't necessarily know exactly what we want to do, like where we want to take it. Professionalism being that I feel like I've always kind of had a professional way about me. But through this experience, through school, through the online program especially, I feel like being a little bit more independently driven, you're constantly finding yourself more and more, and you are finding ways that you don't like and finding ways that you really like. And I feel like the more we do these videos, the more topics we touch on, the more sometimes we're almost repeating ourselves. I feel like I've kind of touched on a lot of this, but I have personally, because I don't know exactly which direction I want to take, I've been really focusing on my professionalism. I've been really focusing on maybe some of those dreams that I had coming into the program itself, and how can I adjust or emphasize some of those to maybe take me in not such a lost direction. Just looking for feedback from you guys. Any thoughts or kind of questions you have moving into these last couple weeks, 3 weeks. I haven't really looked ahead too much, so I'm sure week 8 we kind of recap our whole experience, but I've just found it really heavy lately. Just what do I want my next step to be? And it's hard because people want to know, you're graduating, it's a huge accomplishment. What direction do you want to take it in? And it's frustrating when you're like, oh. Anyway, so I hope you guys are all having a good week, and sorry for kind of the random video, but something that's just been heavy for me for a while. So I'll talk to you guys all next week. Bye.